Hello and welcome back to the College Stick. Thanks for joining us. Episode 2, and we are already in week 5. Feels like the season's already just flying right by. We'll go ahead and put up the week 5 rankings for you.
Here we go. All right, as you can see here, number 1, Oklahoma, Florida, number 2, LSU, number 3. We're going to focus on the top 12 teams, basically, for our purposes, just because we watch between 8 and 10 meets a week. And so it's really difficult for us to watch every single meet in one weekend or even in 5 days. They're a lot. So we're going to try to focus on really the top 10 ranking teams, but as we know, 9 through 12 can shift very rapidly. So we'll put 12 on the board here. All around so far is Jordan Childs, 39.745. That's some really awesome averages here on the rest of the events. Lily Smith is always kicking butt on floor, 9.965. Can you believe that?
Awesome.
Kaylin Chio, 9.969 because of that 10 she received the other week. Arguably, Connor McLean should have also had a 10, but that's a whole different podcast episode. Chloe LaCourcier is just killing it on bars, 9.956, and then Hannah Schliebel, 9.95 on the vault. So that's what we're looking at week 5 across the NCAA.
Nice. Yeah, and so like I said before, we're already a month into the season, and one thing I'd like to touch on, we've seen some questionable scores, I'd say, come down. Just a couple. So today we'd like to kind of break those down, kind of look at a couple of those, and then maybe get your feedback on them. Now, I don't want to open up a can of worms here.
We might.
Hey, we might, but we'll try not to, because this episode could be hours long if we really dug into this. So we'll try to keep it simple here. The first score that we'd like to look at, first routine, whatever you want to call it, was Oklahoma and Georgia back on the 23rd of January. It was, there's been a lot of talk on social media about this score in particular. Lily Pederson on the uneven bars. We'll go ahead and pull up that clip for you.
All right. So as she transitions to the low bar here, you can see she gets a little off. She goes ahead and does her pirouette, gets off on her pirouette, has to do it again. So on that first pirouette, she almost goes over, flops her feet right to the ground, and nobody saw it.
Nobody saw it. The announcers did see it. The commentators did catch it right away. However, when her score came down, initially they gave her a 9.725, and I don't know, with the scoring and the standard deductions, I believe the standard deduction for feet hitting the ground on uneven bars, that is considered a fall, if I'm not mistaken, and that would be a half a point deduction off the score, right? So right off the bat, we should be starting off with a 9.5 there, and she initially received a 9.725.
Yep, we have it right here.
And then a couple minutes go by, they have a judges conference before the next routine, and we see the score then go up to a 9.8.
As you can see right here.
So we're going in the wrong direction.
Yes.
And then, not too long after that, we see that the score then increases again to a 9.825.
There it is.
I don't understand how we ended up going in that direction. But I do believe Bart might have had something to say about it during the Oklahoma and Alabama meet this week.
He said something to the effect of, well, there was an issue with Lily Pederson's bar routine. One judge said that they didn't see it, and the other judge, I think, just ignored it.
Let's hope that's not.
Tell us how you really feel, Bart. I thought they just both blacked out at the same time. So.
Yeah, it was disappointing. But good for Lily Pederson and Oklahoma, I guess. So the next score we'll take a look at comes from Florida and Arkansas. It will be Selena Harris-Miranda's floor routine. And this was, if I'm not mistaken, her first floor routine
Which
of
is
the
shocking
season.
if you guys know Selena, because she is just pristine. She is amazing all around her. I don't know what decisions are going into not having her do all around, but this was the first week that she was in the all around.
Yeah.
So let's pull it up here and we'll see what happened. Very powerful pass, steps out. It's an E-level pass. She does a beautiful job on it, just as they always like to say, too much power.
Yeah, and that was her first tumbling pass
And you can
of
see
that
here
routine.
that they highlight it. I believe it was John and Sam. They circle it and say she was clearly out.
Clearly out of bounds.
How was that missed, Ben?
Right, yeah. So my question is, how was that missed? And well, I believe for that meet, I did not see any line judges whatsoever for that meet. In fact, most meets that we've watched this year, I haven't seen line judges. And then the times that we do see the line judges, they're typically in bad positions.
They're right by the judges' table instead of in the corner where the passes end and 99.9% of footfalls occur.
Yeah, exactly. And they're usually sitting down in chairs. Which again, if you want any kind of a line of sight, you definitely need to be standing
Man,
up.
they sure are enjoying those routines.
They
are. Front row seat to the action.
Yeah, no
but they forget that they have a flag in their hand to do anything with. And what did Selena score in that one now?
Yeah, so Selena's score ended up being a 9.925, and I believe a step out is a 1/10 deduction. So she shouldn't have gotten anything higher than a 9.9 on that routine. So yeah, it's just we don't want to sound like we're coming off negative toward the athletes or the judges, but at the end of the day, we need to get it right.
This could affect other people's score, like overall. Like she won the all around in this.
That's true.
Would that have changed things?
That's right. Yeah.
That's right. We don't know. So someone else could have run the all around, or was she already way ahead? Right. You don't know. Would Florida have won anyway? Probably, but that's not the point, because these scores matter in the end. Their overall scores matter. I would argue even more than the NQS. Mm-hmm. But the NQS also matters, winning, home or away.
Yeah, for postseason, right?
Yes.
Ultimately.
Yeah. I was going to say, I'll have a cheat sheet for everybody in PDF form. If you look in the comments, that when you're watching, you can score yourself and see what you think. But Ben and I both watch and we come up with our own scores. We say, oh, that's going to be a 9.85 or that's going to be a whatever because we saw this. And we see how close that we actually are. And then we go, well, how did they get that score?
Sometimes we're not close.
So what are we missing here sometimes? Why don't they show us the score sheets? Why don't they say, this is why the score is what it is?
Yeah.
Why is this a big secret?
And we're starting to open up that can of worms.
Uh-oh.
So we have one more that we wanted to take a look at, and that's actually from this past weekend here on February 6th. It was Georgia versus Arkansas, and I believe it was Lauren Williams' floor routine.
Take a look here. Really, Lauren Williams, just can't say enough good things about her. Beautiful pass, E-level again, clearly steps out of bounds.
Yeah. And again, this is why you probably want a line judge in the corner, because that mat was there. So it would be even harder to see whether or not she went out of bounds.
Standard. That used to be standard.
Yeah. And now, and so she scored, just to, finish up here, she scored a 9.925 on that routine as well. So again, if she was deducted for stepping out of bounds, that would have been no higher than a 9.9. It's just I just feel like we're just not getting it right. And like you said, even if Arkansas was way up in that meet and in this, that, and the other, at the end of the day, it's not wins and losses we're talking about here. They do compete, right? And the one team gets a win and the other team gets a loss, but that's not ultimately how they're ranked, and that's not ultimately how they go to the postseason. So yeah, it's just something that has we've noticed We've noticed it for years now, though, but we've seen it a lot this year, so we thought we'd bring it up and talk about it. We'd love to hear what you guys have to say about it. We'd love to hear your comments in the comments section below. So please chime in. If there's something else that you've seen this season that you'd like us to look into and talk about, we'd love to start that discussion as well. And as always, if you like what we're trying to do here with our new channel, please give us a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel. We'd really appreciate that. And we look forward to continuing this discussion next week, as I'm sure there will be some more questionable scores as time goes on. And also we'll have other topics that we will definitely get into.
Absolutely. Thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you next time.